All right, we're going to look at the Excel 4.9 that's on Earth. And what you have here is you have the different continents on the Earth and the total square kilometers of area for each of those continents. And then we also have the different oceans on Earth and the total square kilometer area for those oceans. And so you can see here that Asia has the largest square kilometers for area, and you can see that the Pacific Ocean is the largest. So that just gives you an idea. So the Earth is going to be comprised of the total of all of the continents and the oceans together. So let's look at our instructions. So instruction number 2 says in cell B14, calculate the total area in square kilometers. Make it a number with 0 decimal places and commas. So B14 is right here, and we want to find the total of all the continents. So we're going to do a sum formula. And the biggest thing here, they want you formatting, and they want you to format it with as a number with no decimal places. So we're just checking to make sure we've got number, no decimal places, and we've got commas. And you're going to do the same thing for the ocean to find the total area of the ocean. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to do that. All right, so we found the total of the land masses and we found the total of the oceans. And then to get the total for the Earth, I want to add together the total land plus total ocean. So we're going to do that calculation to get that. So now we're looking at, we want to do step 3. It says in cell C7, convert the total area in square miles. And fill that value down. We want it to be number with 0 decimal places and commas. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to get this. So we've done a number of problems with ratios, so we're doing another problem with ratios. So the 44 million that we have here, it's 44,579,000 million is kilometers squared, or squared kilometers. Okay, same thing. So basically, what we want to do is we want to convert that to miles. So we're going to use this conversion that we have up here, and we're going to have a fraction. Okay, and on the bottom of our fraction, we're going to put, let me make this a little bit bigger. We're going to put the 1 for the kilometers, and we're going to put the 0.621371 miles. Okay, so we have these two fractions. So we have this first fraction, which is the kilometers squared over 1, and then we have the second fraction, which is miles over kilometers. But these terms are not the same, and we're doing, we're going to be doing this using the system where we're going to be crossing out the kilometers. So we're going to keep the miles on top. You could also do it by cross multiplying. But what we have to remember here is that the kilometers and miles that we have here are not squared. So I have to square this value. I have to raise it to the second power to make the calculation work. And technically I have to raise this one to the second power too. But when you raise 1 to the second power, it doesn't do anything. So now my units of measurements are the same. So what I'm going to end up doing is my kilometers are going to cancel out, and I'm going to end up taking the 44 billion 44,579,000. And I'm going to end up multiplying it by 0.621371 squared. And that's going to end up giving me my number of square miles. So when we come over here and we fill in our numbers, the 44 million is located in cell B7. And the 0.62 is located in cell C4. And we're going to raise that to the second power. Now the C never changes. As I fill this down, it's always going to be C4. So again, I have to make sure I'm using my what we're going to put into our formulas here, and we're going to fill that down, and then we're going to find the total of those answers, and same thing down here. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. All right, so we've gotten our total square miles, and we've gotten the total land mass in square miles, and we've gotten the total of oceans in square miles and the total there. And we've also calculated the area of the earth in square miles. So now what we need to do is calculate the percentage of the land that is comprised by Asia. So the percentage is going to be the total area divided by the total land. So we're going to be taking the 17 million and dividing by the 58 million to find our percentage. So we're taking this value and dividing it by this. Remember again, if I try and fill that down, I'm going to get some bad numbers. I'll just fill out a couple and you'll see, because it changes that C14 where the land total is. So remember, you have to use your cell referencing to do that. And then let's look at our directions real quick. It tells us that we're going to format this as a percentage with 1 decimal place. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that, and we'll come back to the video. All right, so we got our percentages for our lands for each of those values. So now let's look at this next chart that we have here. It's talking about the percentage of Earth. So what we did up here, these percentages is the percentage that Asia is of all the continents. So we took the 17 million and divided by the 58 million. And that gave us the percentage of land that is Asia. And down here, we got the percentage of water that is the Pacific, which is 46%. But when we're coming down here, we want to know what percentage of the Earth is Asia. So percentages, again, you're going to take Asia and divide it by Earth. So we're going to take the 17 million and divide it by the 197 million, which is Earth. And then we should be able to do that for all of our areas for the water masses and the land masses. So again, we're taking the Asia square miles and we're dividing that by the Earth. But again, we've got to watch out for those dollar signs to make sure we've got that. Check what our formatting is supposed to be. So in B30, it says to calculate this percentage, format it as a percentage with 1 decimal place. So we're going to format this as a percentage with 1 decimal place. All right. Once you've finished this table, then you're going to make a pie chart out of that, and those are the instructions that are given to you in here. You're going to make a pie chart out of these percentages. These percentages should add up to be 100%. So I'll give you a minute to do that, and let's see how things come out. All right, so once you've got these percentages in here for the different continents and the oceans, then you're going to take that information and make a pie chart. And they give you the directions again for the pie chart. Make sure you're applying that style 6 to the pie chart and make sure you've got your titles and everything in there like you're supposed to. So I hope this helps. And again, keep in touch with emails or come on to the Zoom sessions if you have questions.